All right, what's up, Dragon Brew? Today we have a fun one played by Amy James to 16th place out of 900, almost 900 players, 896 at the regional championship this past weekend. And I wanted to take a look at it because it sounded really cool. I haven't played it at all yet, but this looks like a really interesting and fun deck. And this varies quite a bit from Jeskai control, so I think people should have fun with it. But we are playing some one-ups here in Seam Rip and Spell Snare. A little bit of control elements are still here. We do have some Get Lost. But then it is playing Ashling Rekindled. So this is a way you can actually get some extra mana to spend on bigger things, which is actually pretty sweet because there are a couple of ways you could spend the mana here. Otherwise, just a 1/3. There is a Naya, Sky Sail Storyteller. So this is fun. I did believe this is Gwen Stacy in paper. So a 2 mana, 2/1. You exile your top card, and as long as you control this card, you can play it. Or you could just pay 5 mana, and it turns into a big 4/4. Flying, vigilance, haste, other abilities. So obviously you could see some stuff you could use the Ashling for. There is also a Pyroclasm and a No More Lies in here. 4 Lightning Helixes, some stock up so we can dig. Aang, Swift Savior, just to slow your opponent down, give you a little bit of tempo action here. We do have some Day of Judgment. But then we get into some, I guess, avatars here. So you have the Legend of Kuruk. So, and I added 1 Legend of Roku over the 4th Legend of Kuruk for 2 reasons. 1, I didn't necessarily want to burn a wild card on something I wasn't sure I was going to play longer. But 2, I actually thought it might be interesting here. That's the only real change I made to the initial list. And then we have 1 copy of Ultima and, of course, 3 Shiko, Paragon of the Way, which is great because it works with all of our creatures that can get us more mana and get us more cards to bounce something, whatever. So this is actually going to be really cool in here. So I hope this works out to be as exciting as I'm expecting, because this is a really fun looking list. But if you want to make this list, or you want to get anything else, or you want to bling out your commander decks, or just buy some Lorwyn, go to our friends over at Tales of Adventure. It's toamagic.com. You can use my code DRAGON if you want to save 5% on literally all the magic you buy. My code over there is DRAGN. But all right, business is done. Let's go play some fun Magic and see how this deck works out for us. We're going to keep this. The funny thing is, y'all are going to probably be seeing me cast at least 3 or 4 spells in this deck, probably, that I have not cast before. This is more of a first time for everything type situation, I guess. Let's play this in pass so that we can Lightning Helix some things. Most Helpful Weaver, sure. You want to see the opponent spin their mana. It's like a game of chicken here. Yeah, I think it's just they might have been seeing what we were going to do first. Yeah, we'll just get rid of this. It's fine. And then as a bonus, we can go ahead and get rid of this card. We'll keep that. Whoop, that has... Oh, for some reason I thought that has Ward. It has Scry 1. Alright, cool. Spellbook Vendor, sure. Let's go with no value for you, which has to annoy the opponent that we have 3 Lightning Helix. That I've been on the other side of that. It is pretty annoying. And let's go ahead and just play Ashland here, because if nothing else, we could just play the other side of this. Discard a card. We do draw a card. Yeah, let's get rid of Demolition Field. Ooh, stock up. All right. So no value from the first 2 vendors. No value from the Helpful Weaver, so that's good. Seam Rip makes sense. The question is going to be, do you have a shelter? Alright. They probably do have a shelter, but we're going to go for it anyway, I think. Mostly because there is a world where we could search and maybe find like our Seam Rip and a land so we could pay for it. Yeah, I expected there to be a shelter. So not a surprise there. Though they could still have the 1-mana protective spell, which is very likely. Okay, that's a fun thing to have available. We're at 24, so we don't have to be in a huge hurry here. But we're not completely out of the woods either. Let's do that. And then we may have some options depending on what they do here. This actually is Ward 4. Yeah, so I actually can't do what I want to do. It's interesting. I might have to do a thing to just make them... Oh. Well, that's a thing I wasn't expecting to have. Huh. Well, dang. I was going to explain a whole different line of thought here, but then Pyroclasm was just sitting on top of the library. So this gets interesting real fast. And they might be inclined to try to play their spell on the Scavenger, and we'd be able to counter it. Interesting. All right, let's try it. I mean, I would think that's their strategy here, but who knows? All right, so we're just going to do that. I will try to counter the Shard Mage's Rescue. They might have 2 of them, but if they do, whatever. Okay, they don't. And we get our creature back, so we get access to the other card, which we already know what it is. Fantastic. And we also know that it's there, and they have to pay 2 for it now instead of 1. And we know there's not another one in hand unless they just drew it. All right, so we got a lot happening right now. This went from a situation where things could get away from us. It's probably another seam rip. That's okay. Yeah, we're not worried about that. We don't get access to Ashland anymore, but whatever. We're okay with the outcome. And then we have double stock up. Oh, yeah, we're turning this around now. Get us a 1/1 spirit. We're going to go ahead and Helix. Get us another spirit. Yep, that's going to do it. Not gonna lie, y'all, that Pyroclasm was clutch. It was right on time. I couldn't have been better than that. And having the Aang to back it up to keep them from saving their team, perfect. Yeah, but literally, we went from basically survive to probably winning in just 2 attack steps, which is pretty crazy. Oh, this is fun. We drew the Spell Snare, but yeah, let's keep this. I kind of like having that option on turn 2. Yeah, we'll keep the land. For all the obvious reasons. I think what makes this deck good, though, is that you get to play just so many good spells, right? Lightning Helix, Stock Up. Obviously, Shiko's powerful. Like, there's just so many good things. Oh, what am I doing? I should have played this first. Because now I lose the option to Lightning Helix. Didn't get punished, though. Gotta love that. If you're playing mono black, you're probably going to play the room here. I think I'm willing to do this. We'll take this and probably a land if I were guessing. Do we need 5 mana next turn? Or the following turn? I'm going to take this. I assume if you have the room, we'll see it here. Yep. And to be fair, this looks very much like we're playing Jeskai control, even though we're not, so I kind of get it. Let's go ahead and play Ashland here. Think I'm willing to discard... I'm not going to discard Seam Rip, because we can get rid of the Demon if it shows up. So I'm going to get rid of Spell Snare. Not sure if that's right or not. It very well may not be. And I'm going to go ahead and do this with the assumption that we also could Shiko next turn if necessary. So, I mean, if opponent wants to do things, now's the time to do things. Oh, I just realized a major error. We can't cast this. I need double blue. That's bad. And all I have in there, I guess we could stock up. Go blue, blue? Yeah, that's a bad situation, actually. I mean, I could also... I have to cast stuff, though. Alright, fair enough. Let's just do the thing. I think I messed this up, unfortunately. Not realizing the double blue thing was a mistake. Doesn't make me happy. It's my own fault, though. I guess we're going to take another one of these. Planning to play the long game from here now. Okay, that's fine. We can keep that as just a backup solution, because I could just sweep the board anyway here. But one of the reasons I took Lightning Helix is if we can get rid of the demon and they're hurting themselves, we could potentially just get them for 6 at some point. And I guess I should have played the Restless Anchorage in case they do sweep the board. I think I got too enamored with the Surveil, but I definitely should have played the Anchorage there. That has more value in this situation. Oh, they're just going to make the demon here. Okay, cool. Interesting. I thought they would have waited, but this definitely tells me they don't have a sweeper, because they would have done that first and then made the demon. Alright. And they're discarding. Okay. We could discard and draw. Don't know how important that is. You know what? Nah, let's just leave it. I think I'm going to use too much of my mana. I was just thinking I could pay to flip it, but we're going to we use 1, leaves us 4. We might 5 to flip this. Nah. Whenever this creature transforms... Oh, it just gives us the mana. Okay, cool. For some reason I was thinking we had to flip to get that. It just gives it to us every turn. Sorry about the pause there, y'all. Wasn't aware of what was happening. Again, y'all are getting to see me cast cards for the first time. So, it's exciting for both of us. Now, the tough part is if I use the Helix here, opponent's just going to be in a situation where they flip or remove the board, I guess. So, yeah, this is fine. Ugh, gross. I don't really want either of these. Okay, well, there was 3 lanes in a row. I'm just trying to think about how we get ahead. Yeah, I'm just going to pass. Another Ritual Chamber, which is going to lead to another demon. That's fine. We do have double Lightning Helix if we really want to. Oh boy, yeah, have fun with this. Excellent. I'm not even mad about it. Sure. Alright. Now that we know we get extra mana, that we can't really use for much. This time I will pay, though. Just so I can discard one of these lands. Dang! There's so many lands. That just feels brutal, man. For real. If we attack, they block. Nah, we'll just add Judgment. I guess that's fine. I don't love it, but sure. Pass a turn. We're about to flip our legend over, which they probably have a removal spell for here because they've only had to play 1 this whole time. Yep. Makes sense. I mean, you know what our hand is, so it's not like they don't know we have Lightning Helix. Yeah, sure. Excellent. Gonna play this, and then we're probably gonna end up playing another Legend of Roku. Oh, so we could get Aang, and we can get this Naya. Those are exciting, actually. And we could play Naya just as a thing. And then leave Aang available. Alright, I'm kind of into it. And a get loss we have access to. Nice. Alright. So we can get rid of one of the rooms. Okay. I don't hate this. I feel like I fumbled this a little bit, and the deck's just like, no, we are not going to lose to mono black. Even with them drawing a bunch of extra cards. Don't care. That's sort of the vibe the deck has right now. I will not be letting you destroy that at this time, opponent. You will have to wait to shoot the sheriff next turn. Though I could have bounced it back to my hand. That would have been cute. So we're going to get to attack for 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, possibly 12, 13, 14, 15. Oh, yeah, we could just beat them here, right? Oh, we have that for backup? Hell yeah. So that's 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. I'll just go for it. I mean, even if you kill one of these, like, you die to your own rooms next turn, so whatever. Nope. That was enough. One big attack step. Not gonna lie, y'all, this deck kind of cooks. Like, I'm just kind of, like, stumbling through cards and messing with stuff and trying weird things, and it just doesn't matter. Even against, like, known decks drawing good cards. And getting double rooms, even. Okay, we're just gonna be on that hardcore control game, I guess. Stalactite Stalker. Let's do it. I don't like really. We're probably supposed to just seam rip the dude, but I'm just checking to see if there's something else. Bad part is if they were to play like the bat there, that would have sucked. All right, since we're not really doing much else, this seems fine. Playing green, red, black, and trying to put stuff in the graveyard. Yep, I don't have the faintest clue about what should be happening here. Oh, duh. Should have played the Spire Bluff Canal. Oh, well. Just playing a little lazy here. Alright, you have an Ouroboros. I guess that takes away possibilities of what we need to be doing here, huh? And now I'm going to get punished if they have another one, because if the Spire Bluff Canal was already in play, I'd be able to play Ultima. Badger Mole, sure. Into another one? Nope, we're just going to Esper Origins here. Okay. Oh, well, that's kind of fun. See, it's interesting. Now that I know that they have that, do we just wait to do anything here? I guess so. Wow, they're not casting anything. Huh. Yeah, I guess we'll try. I mean, they can't play this because, well, I guess they have red mana, but they chose to attack with the creature. All right, so we take 4. What is in their hand that you have that much mana? Maybe you need a second red for something cool? Like, I don't really know. Well, they found all their land as well. Excellent. That's exactly what we want to see. Oh, and we're going to get a Moon Shadow as a bonus? Loving life. Can't really attack with that, so yeah. Just misplaying that land, though, has definitely cost us a couple of things already. So that's important to note. Sure. And then just replay it. Oh, I wonder if they just have removal cards in hand. If that's what's going on here. I mean, I guess we could play Shiko and just get rid of that. That doesn't do anything to us having a dragon, so that's fine. See what we draw. Demolition Field. Shiko, get lost. You could play the dragon. You could try to put counters on the dragon. Yeah, I guess so. Because the other problem is if we don't, then they could attack with... Well, I guess we could just play Demolition Field and be fine. I'm going to do this. We still have Demolition Field available. Oh, Aang's a nice backup option. Never mind. It was like, oh, we can do this other thing. That's cute. Sure. Going into the attack step. I would like to get rid of a land, unless you would like to protect it somehow. Okay, great. We will go get a plains. Alright, go down to 10. Are you committing to casting your dragon? No. Well, you're playing Badger McCall, then playing the dragon. Love it. We're going to get all the value for our Ultima. Yep. Then we should be pretty good to go from here, I think. White, I guess, for what we're going to do for the turn. When this flips... I only get it until our next turn. Yeah, alright. Let's go on Ultima. And we're feeling pretty safe here. I assume the removal will get rid of our big guy here, but that's okay. It's understandable. I probably will take a Restless Anchorage, actually. And... man, we don't have anything good to do with Shiko other than just attack, so I'm just going to go use this. Give it -0, -3. Yep, saw that coming. They haven't had a chance to do anything else with their card, so I expect nothing less. And then... shoot the sheriff? Oh, burst lightning. Yeah, that's fine. In the turn. I mean, they're just in top deck mode now, so unless they're just drawing removals for the threats as we get them, we don't really care all that much here. Probably am just gonna wait. No reason to play Shiko there for no real value. There we go. There's something we can at least get rid of. So let's test the water first. See how you're feeling. I was checking to see if there was another Nowhere to Run, because I'm thinking about using Shiko and Pyroclasm. And if so, I would have rather that die than Shiko take 2 and then die to the nowhere to run. I'm just gambling on not giving them treasure just because of dragons and other things they can draw. I'd rather them to stay outsized so I could keep attacking. Fantastic. Love it. Not sure if they're even just holding another land right now, but it's fine. Yep, Helix can stay. We're going to go ahead and play this. And if they have a sweeper in hand, we're okay with it. We can live with life under those circumstances. Okay. Yep, that's going to do it. Wow. Okay. Like, I don't know. This not really what it feels like we're looking for here, but it'll have to do. All right, Gobos. So I think the plan... I think I'm going to take a little damage, risk it here, and just go for Ashlyn. Discard one of these. Okay, Seam Rip's good. So my plan here was if we flip Ashlyn, we have 2 mana. If we draw another, or we have another land, right, we could just play Day of Judgment. If that doesn't work and they get rid of Ashlyn here, now we can Seam Rip and get lost. And that's great. So we're not mad at either of those things. All right. Sweet. Love that. So we will flip Ashlyn and get double white. Which we can then play a land. Oh, this is only... Oh, if we control plains or an island. We do. Fantastic. And then we will Day of Judgment. We also got rid of things before they got to 4 speed. And we may have bought ourselves just enough time. Impact Trimmers. Annoying, but at least we can get rid of it. Scuzzback Scrounger. You got it. Go to 15. I am going to... we're at 4 speed now, too. This dude comes out. We're going to have to Ultima. I think I'm going to do this and go for it. It's a little bit of a gamble. But as long as... Well, okay then. I was say as long as there's a land up top, but I guess a Day of Judgment being up there works as well here. So sure. And then we get to scry, draw, do all the things again. All right, there's a Hazoret. Oh my gosh, are you kidding me? All right, well, if we're going to lose to that, we just lose. Like, I mean, you have a Hazoret. Like, whatever, man. We had no shot with the Hazoret being over there. That's funny. Yeah, we don't really have an answer for Hazoret. We weren't expecting to beat that. So, yeah, we just lose, right? Because playing a creature doesn't result in enough value here. I mean, I guess we could Day of Judgment. I mean, we'll still try, but this isn't good, right? Day of Judgment, get rid of Impact Trimmers. Unfortunately, my gamble did not pay off. But any creature has haste here, so... Anything that's not a land, we probably die. Chronicles? Yeah, that works too. Yep. Alright, GG's. I will say, had I not taken the turn to gamble on the Legend of Kurik, and I would have just got rid of some things, we would have kept enough of a life total that we could have probably, like, then got rid of stuff, taken one more hit, play Naya, and then kind of see what happens from there. But it is what it is. All right, I guess we'll keep it. This looks like one of those control hands. Though I think this deck plays better when it's being a true mid-rangey thing and trying to, like, get a couple of things going. You know, a little bit of pressure here or there, I think, is where it wants to be. I don't think we really like playing the hands that are all defensive. So I'm hoping Stock Up helps us find something to make the opponent burn a few spells. Okay. Alright, guess we pass. Weird to see somebody play red and then not do anything, unless they're just playing big red elementals or just big red devotion or something. Yeah, this is getting a little uncomfortable. I guess we got to go for it. We can't just sit here with our one get lost. That's not going to get us very far. Oh, no. I mean, I guess... I don't even know if... I don't think Seamrip even does anything here. I'm just going to take Get Lost and Thundering Falls. If I'm wrong on the Seamrip, then so be it. But if they haven't played anything in 3 turns and they've hit lands every time, like, what's happening there? Oh. Well, that's interesting. Heart Flame Duelist, huh? Alright. Not really sure. Book. So you're going to play these and have all your things have lifelink or something? Reality Fracture. What is this? This is cool. Whatever they're doing. Count me in. I mean, it's crazy, but I'm here for it. What if we just leave up Get Lost? Only good news is they got 2 lands off of that. I'm going to assume the rest of their stuff is burn spells, right? I don't think that's an unrealistic assumption here. I might want to hold that in case I want just non-damage stuff here. Ah, dang it. More tap lands. Alright. Pass the turn. Well, never mind. We have something else we want to do here. Sure. Good old Quintorius. Yeah, no clue what the opponent's doing, but it's wild. But I kind of get it, right? Quintorius, you have some adventures, this thing's exiling stuff, you get value off this. Like, I could kind of see it. Dang it, and we didn't draw anything to do with our mana here. I mean, I guess we could pay to flip it just because. I don't even think I want to, actually. Decline. Because we're going to do this. Let's see if there's a land we want to take or something else here. Yeah, Lightning Helix. And Legend of Kurok. Yeah, it's probably the right 2 cards. And I'm going to do this just in case we need a body later. It's funny because this is one of those situations where the deck the opponent is playing is definitely something we were not... The deck was not built to even go against because this isn't even close to a meta deck, but we could end up in a pretty rough situation. Oh, and they have Boros Charm. Jeez. Well, if we're given the opportunity, I think our plan is just block here. Because taking 7, that's not even worth it. Yeah. Especially when we know we have these. Oh, you're going to give something double strike or trample here, I assume? Would have been nice, though. Flip Ashland and be able to play this and something, but just don't have the luxury at this point in time. Enter tapped. Let's pass. I mean, we are at 11, so I have to be kind of careful. You know, don't let things go too crazy here. No blocks. All right. Got to play the game of chicken. Of what do your spells do? Well, now there's no white mana to protect stuff, so sure. Permanents you control gain indestructible. Let's counter this one. The one thing we can probably hit with Spell Snare right now that matters. Alright, cool. So we came out pretty good there. Ooh, I will keep both of these on top, actually. Love that scenario. And sadly, we're surveilling and leaving that. I say sadly. Actually, don't mind it under the circumstances. We're at 10 with 3 life potentially, and we can get another 3 if necessary. I would venture to guess we're okay. Wonder why they're trying to give stuff firebending. Like, what are they doing with the extra mana during the attack step? One, two, three, four, 5, and we can still leave up 2. Yeah, okay. See what we find. There is a land. Ooh, and another Helix. We will gladly take those in that order. So we could leave up Aang, potentially. And I'm just going to Lightning Helix. Just to make sure we don't get too low. Because they might be saving up burn spells or something. Did we turn the corner? Looks like we might have. I mean, if they double burn Shiko, whatever. You just let it happen. Whoa, Roller Crusher ride. Wait a minute. There are 4 more permanents. When Roller deals X damage to each of up to X targets. Wow, Roller Crusher ride. Alright, sure, man. You got it. I mean, mostly because we could just bounce our own Shiko here. And then we get to play it for 2. Like, no reason to even be concerned there. And then we'll play Shiko, which gets us a token. And then this spell... probably going to get Lost the Roller Crusher ride, so nothing crazy happens. And that gets us a token. Then we'll attack. And we'll stock up. Get Lightning Helix and another stock up. Actually, no, let's just take Naya. That'll be fine. In the turn. Now I think we're in good shape. Even if they have a sweeper here, we get all the value from Naya we want. Yeah. Sweet. Yeah, this is one I thought this was going to start getting away from us a little bit. That's kind of the tough part sometimes. When you're playing decks from big tournaments, a lot of times people are building to the metagame, which they should be. I mean, that's how you're going to make it to the top 8. Maybe put a few sideboard cards for some weird situations. But, you know, turns out the deck has enough options that even with us having a slow hand with no real threats or anything, we were able to turn it around pretty quickly. So that was pretty exciting. Cool deck from the opponent, too. Playing Roller Crusher Rides, Heartflame Duelist, Quintorius Con. Like, that's a cool pod. It'd be interesting to see what the rest of their deck was. Yeah, in the end, I don't know if there's a lot I would change about this. I think we lost a game to the silly, what's her name, Hazaret or whatever. So, I mean, I guess if we had something that exiles stuff, that would help. But realistically, you're not going to run into that often. Overall, though, the one Legend Roku actually was nice to have, so I'm not upset at that. But overall, I don't know if I would change too much about the deck. I'm not super excited about a bunch of the one-ofs. You know, the Seam Rip, the Spell Snare, the No More Lies. Like, we found spots where we could use them all. So I'm not going to say they're not useful cards, because they are just good. But I'd probably want to have just more consistency. You know, maybe another Get Lost or another Naya or something. I feel better when I can rely on certain cards. You know, but that being said, the deck was very good. It played very well. Obviously finished top 16 in a major tournament, so I'm not taking anything away from this list. Amy James put together a pretty sweet list to where you don't have to play a long, boring control game with Jeskai, right? Like, you can actually play this mid-rangey pile, and it's pretty good, honestly. If you want to play it, I say go for it. This is probably, for my money, the best Legend of Kuruk deck I've seen. I've played against this several times on the ladder, and every time it felt kind of like, okay, opponent's trying to play the long game, get this card, play a bunch of stuff, do a thing. Like, it just felt so gimmicky to try to use it. Here, it's just a useful card, right? It's digging for some of these one-ofs. You get the value from them, and then the rest of the time is, all right, now I have this 4/4, and everything I play is just going to make more bodies. And usually, I think each time we flipped it, the immediate turn, we made 2 or 3 tokens, and then the game was just over the following turn. So this might be the best Legend of Kuruk deck that we've seen so far. But yeah, link's going to be over on Moxfield. This is just a sweet pile of cards. If this is what you're looking to play, I say go for it. It's a lot of fun. But that's all of you for now. We'll see you next time.